friends.
Oh my god.
It's time for the show.
Is this happening?
With your favorite co-hosts.
It is.
Eric and Nicole.
Could be worse.
We got all you need from pop culture to what's on TV.
Or
we
not.
cover everyday life, Long Island Strong, North Shore, South Shore, all week long.
Please stop.
So let's get started, friends, because us two got a lot to say.
You do?
We're gonna make you laugh.
They're laughing.
Put a smile on your face today.
Hello, No, Nicole, I don't do this. It's time for the show. Why are we... No.
You're doing great.
With your good friends... I'm not doing this, Nicole. This is ridiculous. I don't sing. Just start the show. Let's go. Start the show.
Fine.
Hello, Eric. Hello. Hello, friends. It's me, Eric. Because it's Friday night and Nicole is out with her mans. So, I thought we would have a fun show. But first, let me remind all of you that wherever you are watching, make sure that you follow, like, subscribe, Twitch, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, TikTok, all the places we create content. You guys following, liking, and subscribing are great ways to help support the show. Of course, as is sharing the show. Share it now. Let people know that we're live. Let people know at the end of the show if there's somewhere you think that they would like to watch it. Share it, because that is the best way also to help support the shows. Of course, if you need to find any of our socials for ourselves, the show, get our live show schedule, that is over at hellofriendspod.com. And if you're listening to the audio version, a 5-star rating and a nice review is always appreciated. Now, that being said, it has taken me forever to tie up Nicole, throw her in a well in order to be able to do my own intro. I am so happy to announce one of my besties, one of your favorites, somebody who we did not conversate about before, but have decided to wear almost the same outfit. It's Comedy Jonah.
Hello, friends. How are you?
Hello, Jon Richardson. How are you doing?
It's Friday. It's Friday.
It is
Great.
it is a wonderful Friday. You got your drinks a-going.
I do.
And we are just so happy for the Jon Richardson being around here. So many people saying we need a Jon Richardson catch-up. Now, those people are not patrons.
Right, because I'm caught up with the patrons.
Jon is live every single week. He makes dinner with the patrons. He gives away meal kits to the patrons.
I'm a giver of the meals.
Yeah.
I'm giving food.
You're giving food. You are feeding the hungry.
The hungry patrons.
Hungry patrons. We love it. I just love seeing... I'm just mesmerized. Like I said, we didn't plan these outfits.
No. But you know what? I haven't been on a show in a while. We haven't been on one together. And it just shows us we are still in sync, right?
We are the most in sync, and I love it. And, you know, I'm so happy to be doing a show with you right now. I know that, you know, I think a lot of people don't know that you went off to go be a real estate mogul.
Right. Well, I wouldn't put the mogul yet, but real estate, yes.
Not a mogul?
I'm not on $1 million listing yet, but I'm working on it. I'm going to pitch a Seattle $1 million listing.
I was going to say, I feel lied to. I thought you were going to be on the next season.
Not Seattle. There's no Seattle. I can be like the Bethany Frankel, where I'm poor and then I can just get rich on the show.
Is it true what they say about Seattle, that it rains all the time and everyone's depressed?
Do I look depressed?
It looks like you might be drinking your feelings.
Do I look depressed? Would someone depressed have a spillless martini glass? I mean, yeah, you can't spill it.
What?
It's got rims.
Stop it.
Yeah, it's a spill-less martini glass.
Oh my God, I love that. I love a spill-less
Mm-hmm.
martini glass. I'm so distracted because there's so many chats and everybody is just so excited to see you. Becca, Lori
Hey,
are
Becca,
freaking
Lord.
out that you're here. Heidi, Jackie, Robin, Courtney, everyone.
Courtney.
Now,
Yay.
I
Oh,
do
well, I'm not in
see,
my kitchen is what's happening, right?
I think
I'm
that's what
actually
it is.
I'm
They're,
actually in my
they're,
office where there's actually a green screen wall still from our Your Reality Recaps days.
can you, if we could only get Nicole to do that. We can do it now. You know, it never was that like in the past. We never had the technology to have multiple people on the show. I just feel
Hmm.
it's been such a whirlwind of chaos and, things, but now things are changing and I love changing. I feel like I'm talking in
I
code.
always love change. You've
I'm
always
having a
loved
nervous
change.
I'm having a nervous breakdown at the moment.
Okay. Well, I'm here. Comedy Joan is here.
Can you help me? Here's what happened.
Yes, yes, of course.
Because I know people are like, "Where's your interview?" For the first
Let,
time ever, because
let me grab my feelings. Let me grab my feelings.
grab
Okay,
your
go ahead.
feelings.
Grab my
Double
feelings.
eviction on Canada. Turns out, I might not be allowed to say this, but just don't tell anybody. They had massive issues with the interviews. There was no audio, no video. It is literally taken until like 10 minutes ago for me to get all the pieces to try and turn the interview into something. So hopefully that's going to post after this show. We've been dealing with that nightmare all day. Of like we send a question, we get a video clip back, we might get something back, it doesn't work, you
Yeah.
can't, insanity. But then we filmed another show in the middle of the day, which will air tomorrow, with someone that you know and that I know from back in the
Ooh.
day,
Old
Dylan
school.
Zahner. He was like the
Oh.
gay Twitch. He did the Survivor, but you would know him if you saw him.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Go on.
It's going to be such a good show. I mean, I know it is. It already finished. I loved it. It was so much fun. It's
How
dropping tomorrow.
fun.
And then Nicole was like, okay, we've spent all day working. I gotta go. I got my mans. I got a date. And I was like, I got this. Don't you worry. I'm gonna call in Comedy Jonah. And here we are.
Hey, the girl's in love and Lefty's a cutie. So you know what? We got to give her some wiggle room and
Oh, I'm
some
not
props.
complaining. I'm
Yeah.
I'm happy that she is off. She tried to sneak in a photo of her at a casino on social media and thought that I wouldn't notice. She tried to do it like all close up, and I'm like, that's a casino. You're at a
This
casino.
that's your church. You're saying
Th-
she's at your church?
and didn't tell me.
Oh my gosh. Wait,
And
I
do
need
you
to
want to
grab
know
my feelings. grab my feelings again. Oh my
do you
god.
want to do you want to know how I know that I have a problem? Not
I don't know how
only
to
did
I don't know if I have a problem.
Oh
Go
yeah,
ahead.
I'm gonna have a problem with you. Not only did I know it was a casino from looking at it,
No.
I knew what casino it was. And it's
Not
not even in
Mohican
my
Sun.
state.
Not Mohican Sun.
No.
Not Mohican Sun. Not with Vanessa from Game of Crowns. No.
That would be Foxwoods, and we do not support that at all.
Okay. So I just am gonna bleep that from my mind.
Do you not remember why we don't like that?
Something has to do with gay issues.
Yeah, gay issues. She's real gay, and that's why we don't do
Not
it.
that no, that she doesn't support the LGBTQFG
Or
community.
Or, that you and I had several conversations with her where we laid out an entire thing for live events where we interviewed reality stars and then she stopped
Oh,
communicating with us and launched it on her own in her own casino and called it Reality Recaps.
see, I take that negative stuff and I just expel it. I just grab it and expel it. and then I wash it down. I just wash it down.
Do you just think that when you're rich, you can just steal from anyone?
I can't wait.
Look, you're here, Jon, and you know what people don't get to hear us talk about? I know that you're up on BB Can. I'll get to that in a minute.
I am.
But you referenced something that old school people loved that we used to talk about. And of course, I'm talking about Housewives.
Mm-hmm.
Are you caught up on any of the Housewives? Let's start with, are you watching Jersey?
Of course I'm watching Jersey.
Good. Let's talk about what a trash bag Teresa is and go.
Oh my gosh. Well, we always try to do the opposite, right? Like if one thinks she's a trash bag, the other one doesn't. So I guess I don't think she does. Listen, I love Teresa. Teresa's been through a lot. We have to give her what?
I want to hear what you really think about Teresa.
Oh, okay. I'm like on old show format.
Yeah, no, I want to hear what you really think. I'll disagree with you, don't worry.
Okay, listen, I get why she's on the show. I don't understand. Her double standards, spreading that rumor about Jackie's husband at his own birthday party when she in turn knows what Kim D and G and F have done to her, and then goes, well, I just didn't repeat it. It wasn't me. I didn't spread the rumor. And then can't even get a basic analogy. It'd be like, hey, Teresa, it'd be like me saying, Gia's doing coke in the bathroom. She's not saying that she is. It's called an analogy. And Teresa just doesn't understand. She doesn't get it.
Here's the thing. I hate Teresa. I hate Andy Cohen. I think they built a storyline around a felon. I don't care for any of them. But here's the thing that I cannot believe that I'm not even defending her for real, but I will just say this. I went back and watched it, and this is what Teresa said on like some clip that I saw online. She said that what's her face did not say it would be like me saying I saw the other one doing coke in the bathroom. She just came out and said, like when you watch the clip, she just kind of exhales and goes, fine, Teresa, I saw Gia doing coke in the bathroom. So Teresa defends that she's not an idiot. She's an idiot. That she knows what an analogy is and that she didn't say it as an analogy, which, do we believe that? No, I do not.
Listen, if it was Juicy Joe's birthday and Jackie had gone in saying that shit, which would have been true, because we've all been watching all the other season, him at the vineyards talking on the phone. Oh God, here comes my bitch wife. We all know he was cheating on her. But I mean, if Jackie had done that to her, she would have flipped out. So, one of the most recent episodes that I love is when they're starting to hash it out across the table. And Jackie says, where'd you get that confidence? From prison? And I almost fell off the couch.
But she didn't even do it like that because she was drunk. She was like,
that's in my mind. This is my interpretation.
Yeah. Had you do it. I thought you were going to do it. I liked the way she kind of leaned back and was like,
oh yeah.
Where'd you get that confidence?
Where'd you get that confidence, Eric? From prison?
God, the thought, seriously, I'm at the point in my life where prison and or being hospitalized seem amazing.
Like a vacation, right? Where all meals are done, or where you're sleeping and all your meals are taken care of.
I don't have to deal with anyone. I don't have to take care of anyone. I don't have to help anyone.
There's no internet. You don't have to put on a show. There's nothing. I
can't. So, okay. So we're not Team Teresa. Do you love Jackie? Because there are people that are not Team Teresa, but that also do not love Jackie. I am a Jackie fan.
I'm a Jackie fan too, up until a point, like, when there's kind of if you're going to be right, and that you're right, don't say, oh, she can shove that olive branch up her ass, But I get it. I get where she's coming from. I get the history, you know, when they first met a few seasons back, and she was just trying to explain, like, you know, about Joe. And I forgot exactly what it was because my mind erased, my feelings are here. When she was talking about Joe, and then Teresa just got completely, you know, sideways with it. And it's just like, how do you not know about the papers? You're signing stuff, you know, and now that you went to jail for wire fraud, how do you really not know?
Because
And
she's an
she just went
idiot.
ballistic. Yeah. Well, we know she's an idiot.
Although I think she is like an idiot, but also super manipulative and understands things. Like, in other words, I think she has no common sense. You know how when there's the people that are really smart, so they can do
Right.
like quantum physics, but you put them in a social situation, they're like, "How are you, banana?" It's like she's like that.
No, she's an idiot with smart people around her because
All right,
she has
sure.
paid off all her debts. She's kept her house. Now she's going to sell it. So I think she has surrounded I think that's the only smart thing she's done is surrounded herself with smart people who have helped her with her ghostwriting books and a cookbook full of pictures. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. I just have to say, well, I have to say two things because they really do still stand up to the test of time. If you like us talking about Housewives, you should go back and watch the old Housewives shows that John and I
What?
did with Jeffrey Marks, which were
Oh
edited
God,
like they were so
so
funny.
I loved
So
our
funny.
intros when you had done us with the diamonds.
We have the real intros. They're done like mashups. They're all on YouTube under reality recaps if you guys want to go check them out. I have a feeling you'll still find them all funny to this day.
Listen, the last episode last week of Overserved with Lisa Vanderpump, have you seen that? It was
With Trixie,
with Trixie, yes, and what the other girl,
Iggy Azalea.
Iggy Azalea, and they did the promo like when they like, "What is your tag?" It reminded me of those shows with Jeffrey, and Jeffrey's show is getting nominated for, is it a People's Choice Award or what is it? An Emmy?
People, yes, one of those. Yep.
Oh my
Yep.
God, yes. So Jeffrey's doing great. I'm so happy for him.
I love Jeffrey. I see Rachel in chat wants to know, John, which former housewife would you like to see come back to the show? So I guess in any franchise, is there
In
anybody
any
that you,
franchise?
yeah, is there anybody that you really wish would come back?
You know, I love a good Sheree Whitfield. I think who gonna check me, boo?
Who can
I
check me?
love a good who gonna check me, boo? I love a good Sheree. Um, gosh, yeah, from Atlanta, definitely. I've even watched some of Andy Cohen's Here and Now with reality show, and I saw Carolyn Manzo on it recently, and I realized I don't miss her.
I don't.
Um, I don't miss her at all. Or Jackie.
I
I think
mean,
that's it. Yeah.
so Vicky Gunvalson, we're thrilled she's
No.
gone. I'm good with them wiping out all of the OC. I just think the
I
OC
don't miss
is
Tamra. I don't
no.
miss no, I don't miss any of them.
Very important question from Mr. Valhalla in chat says, is it me or the guy, or does the guy with the orange hat look like the prettiest version of Adam Lambert?
That's the best compliment you've ever gotten
I get
in
Adam
10
Lambert a lot.
in 10 years. I get Jack Black.
Yeah, I think you'd probably have more money.
Me or
Yeah,
him?
well, Jack Black would have more money than Adam Lambert.
Oh, of course, of course. Yeah. But I'm talking about
Um,
me.
yeah, okay, we got it. You. What about Danielle Staub, says Cherie over on YouTube.
No, after this last season with Danielle pulling Margaret's hair, no, I was like done, done, done.
Oh,
But
uh-huh.
I've heard Danielle's a fantastic cook, and she even has her own cooking show on YouTube. You can look it up. But I hear Teresa has said it, Margaret has said it, lots of women have said what a great cook she is. So I need to check it out too.
Um, I can't believe that you just reminded me of that. Teresa encouraged someone to physically assault Margaret and is still on the show.
Yeah, she's gone to prison, wire fraud, got convicted of physical assault. I'm still here with my tiny little forehead. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Here's a dildo. You can shove it on your ass. I can't stand her. I
Joe, what are you
can't.
talking about? See, Joe didn't sue me for alimony. See, you were wrong at the reunion. Shut up, Teresa. Shut up. I hate him.
But
Gosh,
he's
it was
so hot. Like, isn't that so hot when he's banging the table?
uh well, I mean, he looks great. He always has a good
Yeah.
tan. But him
Yeah.
and Melissa's fight in the last one, I'm just like, oh my God, come on, you guys. Really? Are you scratching? You scratching for some drama?
Yeah, I honestly think they are two people who at the beginning of each season go, "What do we want to make our thing be this season?"
Okay, you don't pay your contractors, and I have
Right.
envy.
Yeah. I think there's like a hint of truth to it, but I think that they play it up on
Mm,
purpose.
yeah.
Switching gears for a second or more, Jackie Knows over on YouTube said, "Has John been watching any of the Real World reunion?" Now, have you heard that they have? Did you ever watch the first season of the Real World in general?
I did because it mesmerized me. We'd never really seen reality TV before, but I saw the first season reunion on Andy Cohen's new show on E.
Okay, so because they
Yeah, so
brought
there,
them all
there was
back.
yeah, there was four of them. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So that is airing. Well, I mean, it just finished. The last episode just aired. I loved it. That was, like you said, the first reality TV show. It's the first
Yeah.
time I ever saw a gay person on TV.
Pedro, right? Pedro, and then we were all going through the whole AIDS thing and had,
Hmm.
almost like the pandemic a year ago. We had no information on it. It was scary times for homosexuals, and then we got to see it playing out on TV till the end. I mean,
Yeah.
Pedro was just, oh,
I
yeah.
mean, to be fair, Pedro was like the second or third season, but yes, Norm was from the first
Oh, yes.
season.
Norm
But
was, yes.
Pedro came right along, and I've
But
actually
but people were like, oh, they were kind of putting him in as bi. It wasn't really clear with Norm in
correct.
the first season.
Well,
It was
he
very
talks
clear with Pedro.
right, and he actually talks about that on this Real World reunion
Right,
about
right.
how yeah, how that was very hard for him. Well, all right. So I'm going to skip over that one since you haven't watched since you were not watching that, Jackie. Relax. Here's a better question from redheaded Michelle, who wants you to weigh in on something I know you're probably up on. What does John think about all the Vanderpump babies? So, Jax and Brittany are having a baby. Other trash bags are having a baby. The other
Lala
one,
and Stassi just had a play date with their babies.
yes. Yeah, 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 yeah.
I think we
So,
should I think we should give them all to QAnon,
really?
and then QAnon could say, "Look, we saved them."
We saved them.
Yeah.
It's not coming. I mean, do you want Vanderpump Rules to come back or no?
No, and it is.
Is it?
It is. Yeah.
Where'd you hear that?
Lisa told me.
Please. Remember when we ate at her restaurant and we thought like we'd see anybody and we didn't? You like got up and walked around the whole restaurant and we're like, where's anybody from the show?
It,
Anybody? Anyone?
Stassi, Sheena, is Sheena here? Oh, I have to walk down to Sir. I have to walk down to Sir. Okay,
Yeah.
because it's right next door. Yeah.
Sparkly Eye brings up a good point. She says, who is it coming back with? Most of them have been fired. That's a good point. Stassi's been fired.
Jax has been fired,
Jax has been fired.
but
Oh,
Jax could be like the Housewives and devoted to a friend because Brittany's not fired, so he could come in and be like, "Hey, just picking up my wife from work. Here's the baby."
Kristen.
Yeah.
Kristen's been fired.
Oh.
Like,
Yeah.
I could see them bringing it back as like Vanderpump Babies or something, which would be annoying.
Vanderpump racist babies.
Vanderpump raises babies. It's so funny that you mentioned Lisa Vanderpump's show. I hate to say it, I'm not a Lisa Vanderpump fan. I don't have the vitriol for her that I have for a Teresa, but I don't really care for her. But I just so happened to literally see that Trixie Mattel clip that you were talking about on Twitter this morning.
Wait,
So
I gotta shake my feelings up.
shake your feelings up. And I listened to, she did a podcast with Trixie right after it. And it is
Oh.
such a classic. I don't know anything about you or drag, and I'm going to try and do a podcast that I don't know anything about.
You mean Lisa not knowing anything about Trixie?
Oh, 100%. And you know Trixie is like, I cannot go against her. She will destroy me in this city. You know all Trixie wants to do is be like, you don't know shit about me, do you, Lisa?
Listen, I am not the biggest Trixie fan. I wasn't
Oh,
on Drag Race. I wasn't when you interviewed her. It wasn't the best, you know what I mean? And I wasn't the biggest
I
fan.
hate
I
her.
actually liked her better when I watched Overserved with Lisa Vanderpump. Some of the things that she said, I love the instrument that she played, the little
Harp.
folk instrument, the harp. And I love that it's not a harp, it's called something else. It's some kind of folk instrument anyway, and she was on the cover of Folk magazine. I thought was very hilarious, and I love the fact that she bought her mom a house. I
Yeah.
remember about a year and a half ago she had bought her condo in West Hollywood, and so I was really happy for her success. But I think there's a time to be Trixie, and then I think there's a time to just kind of be yourself, kind of thing. And I
Yeah.
think when you interviewed her, there wasn't enough balance with that. I wasn't impressed with Trixie, to be honest.
Trixie's my all-time favorite. I swear, how none of this was pre-planned. Uh, that interview is something that we talk to Dylan about tomorrow on the show because he is Trixie's moderator on Twitch and is real life friends with Trixie. So I tell that story about what it was like interviewing Trixie and stuff on tomorrow's show.
Well, good. I'll have to tune in, but yeah, I wasn't the biggest fan when I watched it. I was just like,
You're allowed to not like her.
I listen. I saw the Overserved. I liked her better. I saw some balance. I needed some balance.
Right. Yeah. No, you needed balance and you're not getting it. Now, are you watching this season of
I wonder why.
are you watching this season of Drag Race?
Yes.
And what are we thinking?
No, every like last week, every girl that's gone home, I have definitely agreed with.
What? You think Smiles?
Listen,
I don't even know her name. You think
I
she
don't
should be
either.
in the top 4?
No, I'm glad that she went home. It was time for her,
It was time for
especially
her 6 weeks ago.
but it was time for her to leave. I didn't want her to go any farther. Eureka, or whatever, North Dakota, whatever. I loved her quirkiness. I loved her costumes and design, but when she did that roast, it was horrible.
Yeah.
Oh God, why did I do that? It's going to be in the promo clip, isn't it? That
Do
no,
you
me doing that.
Oh, no, we don't do that anymore.
Okay, cool. Yay, I can talk free. When she did the whale noises, for the Miss Congeniality roast kind of thing, it was just, and she was told not to do it, but she just
Okay,
got so crude. And when she told RuPaul to like stand up and RuPaul flipping her off, I was like, you don't tell RuPaul to stand up. What are you doing?
now, to be fair, that is not who I meant, but I agree with you. I loved her. I still loved her, and I also, this is like a show of me not liking anyone. I don't like
Mm.
RuPaul.
No, I love
So,
RuPaul. I love RuPaul. And then, yeah, and I think Eureka, we saw this. Oh, I just smile all the time, and I'm
Eureka.
kooky because I do improv. You don't do it well, though. You don't do it
That's,
well.
but
We
that's
can't
not the,
read you. We don't know who you are.
Yeah. But that's not the one that I mean, though, when I say smiles. The one who's like all friendly and nice and all like, I wanna, I can't
Like,
remember her name.
like I
Maximus
have to.
mom is not
Like,
in here to tell me her name.
I had
I
every show. I had every show's cast up except RuPaul's. Darn it! All right.
every show but RuPaul's.
I know. I
Go
know.
ahead.
I'm looking. Yeah.
Top
I'm just
4,
kidding.
RuPaul's Drag Race. Why am I drawing a blank for any of their names at the moment?
Why are you bringing this up? I'm not prepared.
Why is this the
Is
worst?
it? Is it on VH1? VH1?
It's on VH1. I just like
The
you. Like, I could look for it and probably find it in 1 second.
Oh
I just
God,
am
I found it.
enjoying
Thank
you
God.
looking
You're
for it.
enjoying the struggle, right?
Yeah.
So you're talking about Olivia Lux,
Thank you, Olivia Lux.
and I was just talking about Utica Queen,
Utica, not Eureka. Correct.
not Eureka. Eureka, I actually have met and interviewed with your reality recaps at the reality TV awards. Who's hilarious, and in Jeffrey's show, we're here.
Yeah.
Little
Maximus mom
time.
is delay has finally caught up. She's going Simone, Candy, Rose, got Mick.
I
Nope, still not
love
the one
Got
I was
Mick.
looking for. Olivia Lux. I don't
Olivia Lux.
understand why
I
she's
wasn't
made it this
I
far.
wasn't the biggest Candy Muse fan at first. It was just like a lot in your
Oh.
face, but I love the journey of growth. So I'm a Candy Muse fan. I love Tina Burner. I thought Tina
Ugh.
Burner was hilarious. I thought she was cute as a boy. Simone, oh my God. That do-rag that went all the way to the floor.
If
Fabulous.
if
Fabulous.
Simone doesn't win, it's a travesty.
Yeah.
But I mean, oh goodness, Candy Muse, like her runway looks are horrific.
No, they are.
And
But
I
she,
get
but
it.
she, boy, she did the roast so funny. She was hilarious.
Look, there 100% is something to be said for natural talent. I make people laugh all the time just by being me and not understanding why I'm making people laugh. But there's something too when all you keep doing is like, and like that's all you do is just yell stuff all the time. We're like, hey, get it.
Well, I think too that some of the things that bothered me, like when RuPaul would say, "Well, who do you think should go home this week?" Well, I think that Roseanne is doing a bad job, and I just don't think that she. He explains too much. It's just like, can't you just say Rose
Yeah.
instead of just like, "Oh, her last two looks and the last two shows were like shit, and I can't believe that she said this shit to me." And Rose, and it's just like, can you just say it? Just
It,
every other girl has just said a name.
Yeah. Miss Janie Talley in chat says, I must have missed that journey of growth. Here's the thing. I think Candy Muse is like, this is gonna be my
My journey of growth,
character.
right? Here's my journey of growth.
Here's my journey of growth. She's just like, this is my character. I'm going to be the hard, tell it like it
Yeah,
is,
and it's about
abrasive.
acceptance.
Yeah. And no, we don't want that. I
But
want
no, I think
Simone.
it's softened her up a little bit, and I think when we saw the episode where she was the only girl that didn't have a win, I think it knocked her down a few pegs, and I see her being quieter, and I see her thinking, okay, you know what, maybe I need to calm it down a little bit. That's what I mean by growth. Like there's some growth in there. Olivia Lux. I mean, it was a lot, even when those moments in her video where she was supposed to for her cola or whatever the hell it was. There's supposed to be some I'm sad, but then I find my cola and I'm happy. She was happy the whole time, even when she was supposed to be sad. So,
I
you know,
just I don't think she was to the level the other people are,
no.
and I think she should have went long before some other people.
Yeah. And I love Lala Ree. I thought Lala was hilarious, and
Hmm.
it's the interviews and all of that stuff. Yeah.
Well, I'm just gonna be happy if we get a finale which is not people performing in their homes, because I still have that "I'm like a bird" in my head. That was almost the point where I saw the shark jumping the show, and I was like, I'm embarrassed to say
No.
that I watched this.
Listen, I can't watch the video of Take on Me anymore, okay?
No.
Because of that show.
Really? Yeah. Okay, I believe it. I believe it.
What
Um, Simone is the most well-rounded. She's got the fashion, action, humor, and personality. I agree. If Simone does not win this season,
well, definitely the
well,
fashion.
okay, who deserves
She's
to win
hiccup.
more than Simone?
I think Rose is going to be a
Oh,
close
okay.
second.
Have a scoop of vanilla rosé, please.
Listen, I know it's like a man in drag, but the comedic timing, I'm looking at the talent. The comedic timing is funny. The different looks is funny. Listen, Simone, by far, fashion wise, has outdone all the girls. But the roast wasn't that good with Simone.
Okay, but she
Um,
learned. She's allowed to stumble once. She's still worlds better than
what
Rose.
about what's the game? What's the famous game?
Snatch Game.
Snatch game. Hmm.
Yeah, what about it? She did a Scottish person. That's so easy when you're doing someone that no one knows and you can have three punchlines you go to. And by the
Did it
way,
great though.
Rosé should be great. She's a Broadway actress.
Exactly.
Right, so
That's
she should be
talent.
good at these
You're not
things.
just born a Broadway actress. You have to learn, you have to create, you have to, go through the process. And
Here's the
we see
thing.
that. But I
Here's
think but I also too, I mean Simone's great, but Got Mick, oh my
I
God.
love
Talk
Gottmik.
about some growth. Talk about the roast. I mean, being compared to like a Joan Rivers or a Phyllis Diller. Got Mick is the if Simone wants to win, Got Mick is the one she needs to get her out. She needs to get her out now.
Here's the thing, and this is the best way that I can describe it. And I'm not basing this in any, like, there's no secrets. This is just from me watching the show.
I'm listening.
I hear you. I feel like Rose is gives me the feelings of, I'm doing this because this is what I have to do in order to make it.
I'm doing this because America's Got Talent didn't pan out.
Right, like, oh, Broadway's closed, so this is my backup. That's the feeling I get from Rose. Whereas I feel like Simone is drag, is pushing
Of
things
course.
forward, is
And so has Got Mick.
yeah, so is Gottmik.
Yeah, and no, and I understand that. You know what I also think is really interesting is that when the girls leave this kind of bubble cocoon, RuPaul has provided such a safe and warm and protected environment. They're actually a little nervous, like um what's the older one's name? I
The
close my
fire lady that you like?
No, not Tina Burner.
The one with the
I'm
colostomy
on.
bag?
Yeah, the one with the
Yeah.
colostomy bag said that they were nervous to go home because they were so protected and safe and tested that they were a little nervous to go home and leave the bubble. I thought that was interesting.
Let me tell you, I saw he did a
I'm on.
TikTok. He did a TikTok and he was like, just wait until my contract's up. I'm going to tear half these people down. And that's his whole TikTok video. So something happened and he's angry about it.
Oh, I love it. I love it.
He's like, TikTok, wait until my contract's up because I'm going to spill the tea and tear some of these queens down. They're like, all you people. I think he was going after like Bob the drag queen and was the sponge one's name or whatever. He was like,
What?
he's like, it took your asses 2 to 3 times to win the show. So don't act like you're superior and drag. But it was something.
Oh, I'm excited.
I cannot wait to see what happens with that. Okay, so we agree, Simone, we want to win. I know that you've been very excitedly keeping up with Big Brother Canada.
Hmm.
So what are your thoughts on this season? Do you like the season overall? Do you hate the season overall?
I wasn't, and I think I even talked about it in my patron show at Your Reality Recap patrons. As you know, I always forget to plug. I wasn't too thrilled with the cast, and this time I thought, you know what, I'm going to watch the pre-interviews. You got the Rohan saying, "Oh, in my job, I like to manipulate, and I'm going to manipulate the people, let them do my dirty work," and which didn't happen. But I do like it. I love the Bradens that are underestimated, that are actually kind of a threat. And you see Ty, and you see, let me grab my my cheat sheet right here.
Ty, Jedson.
You see Ty and Jetson that are very physically fit, and they look
Mm,
like comp beasts, and they're not
mm.
really winning anything.
I mean,
So
Ty won veto, so
Ty finally won veto.
yeah, he didn't need to before.
But I mean, between the veto before that, Rohan won it against Braden.
He won the last three.
I know. Where's Ty and Jetson? I mean, they're the muscular kind of physical threats.
Being
They're not
hot.
very threatening. I love Josh.
I loved Josh.
I wanted to put Josh right here. Put your head on my bosom.
Well, reach
It's
out to him.
okay. It's okay. I
I'll put
got
in a
you.
word for you. You're allowed to
I
talk to
got
him.
you.
I'm not,
I
but
got
you could.
I'm married, but yeah. But I got you. I liked Latoya, but I thought it was a little too towards the end. She reminded me a lot of the U.S. players where they're just taking everything so personal, right? I mean, Canadians, they're so nice, and they're like, "We're gonna spice it up. It's gonna get spicy," but not really too big of moves, except for Beth, this last
Mm.
one, putting up Victoria. So, you know, and what's with Wendy's? What's with
And
freaking
what's
Wendy's?
with Wendy's? Yeah, what is with Wendy's?
I mean, talk about sponsor heavy. We've got an Expedia room. We've got Wendy's being delivered to the HOH and a buddy. Burp, burp, burp. What else? I don't understand why the HOH doesn't play the veto. In the US, it does.
Love that. I love that.
I don't understand that. What else? Yeah, tons of sponsors. What do you think of the house being overgrown? Like, did they even update it from last season?
Well, here's the thing. Number one, I don't know how you don't remember that Big Brother Canada has always been completely sponsored. It's always been like the DoorDash comp and the room by the brick, and that's how they fund their show. But, what was
Which
your
is
other
smart.
question?
That's why their house is so modern. But when I'm not paying attention, and they're like, "Oh, we're going to clean this dirt by Sunlight," and I'm like, "Of course." Well, Sunlight cleans everything. I didn't realize it was a brand name, Sunlight.
Oh yeah, that was super obvious that that was like something they were being punked on when they get told to clean up with this brand named item that you're using reading a card. Oh,
Use Sunlight.
yeah, it's so stupid. The house is literally the same house from last
It is.
year,
It is, right?
but somebody went to Michael's and bought all the faux ivy they could find and hot glued it all over the walls.
And the veto necklace. And, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I was just like, oh, when I saw that house, I was like, Which it would have made sense had they brought back two people from last season, which
Right.
is such an obvious thing to me when you started with teams, have two people from last season come back, they're
Be the
team
team
leaders.
leaders.
Yeah,
Yes.
you tie it in with the house because they were all superheroes last season. So have it be like the house has been reawakened and two of our heroes remain.
Oh, or survived.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
could have done so much with that.
No, I
so
agree.
much with it. But yeah, I don't like the house. Wait, is there so Josh is the only one that you had a crush on. You didn't have a crush on any of the other guys.
Oh, well, my gosh.
Because I'm in
Especially now
love
that
with
I've got,
Ty. Like
oh, ties.
I'm in love
Oh,
with him.
Ty. Let me get my feelings here for a second. I love, oh, Ty's really good. I don't know why Beth moved on from him to Jensen. Ty's,
Because she didn't have a chance. Because Jetson's doing more with Braden. I mean, because Ty is doing more with Braden.
and I like Braden. And you know what? I liked Kyle more after your and Nicole's interview than I liked
Me
Kyle.
too.
Yeah, and a Kiefer is hilarious. I was a little nervous for Kiefer. He got a little caught going, playing both ends. But my gosh, he keeps winning these HOHs. Austin, I liked Austin. I thought, of course she's, gorgeous, and her and Braden got along. What confused me is that when you're on the block, why aren't you giving people your pitch? She's just like just sitting there going, just I don't know what kind of lip gloss I'm gonna wear. Just how do my eyes look? My eyebrows? Are my eyebrows good?
Austin? I mean, that was Austin. I mean, her thing was
But
the
you're on the
glossy.
block. You have to. Okay, this is why you should keep me. Like even in the last episode with Rohan talking to Ty, saying, "Listen, if you keep me, I'm going to be a target. Like I'm going to be a shield for you until I'm out of the house. So you should keep me." I thought, what a great pitch that was. Instead of Braden going, "Well, we're bonded now, so we should just stick together." You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So yeah. But Rohan, to me, I did not care for him. His intro video, I couldn't understand why Canada was voting him off slop and giving him Wendy's or a meal or a DoorDash. I didn't understand that. But then it's like, you know what? I ended up liking him at the end. And I love that they're exiting. All but Latoya, they're all just like, yeah, it's a game. And you guys are all my friends and we're buddies. Not like in the US. We're all bitter bitches here.
I don't know what you're talking about.
As I talk to the queen of them, yeah, they are. It's like a little sportsmanship here, people. I mean, even Victoria's like, she was sitting there, as they were talking about backdooring her, she was on to the side talking about who she was going to backdoor when she got HOH again. But she's like, it's the game. I'm gonna, and I love even Rohan. I'm gonna vote for who I think played the game the best. I think there's a lot of sportsmanship in Canada, which I raise my glass to.
There is. I feel in general, Canada takes the game way more as a game, but I also think most of the people that play Big Brother Canada are playing it out of a love for the game versus I think a lot of people that do it for BBUS are
Right.
doing it for Instagram followers or because they
Hmm.
know it's an easily manipulated fan base.
And I think there's probably a lot less chemicals in Wendy's, so their
Yeah,
bodies are a little more healthier than the,
yeah,
the slop and shit they're getting in the US.
yeah. It is. I gotta say, I am dreading BB23 coming up.
Oh my
Dreading it.
gosh.
Dreading it.
Let me help
I
pour you some feelings here, Eric.
why?
Let me help you.
I think that's what I should do. I'll just be drunk all during BB23.
Oh my God. Yes. Just do what I do.
Just do like drunk shows and then be like, I don't care. I don't like that person.
Screw you. I've had enough of you. Who do you think you are?
Yeah, that's just what I should do.
Yeah.
Uh, ooh, people like that. I saw someone in the chat. I think perhaps it was Maximus Mom says we need a cocktail hour show with John and Maximus Mom called Tippin' It.
Woohoo! I love it.
You'd have to show your face, Maximus Mom.
Get me out of the kitchen and it next to the bar, Maximus Mom.
You could do that. I mean, you both live right near each other. You
We're
could do it in
literally,
person. She
we
could
could
just
do it in
drive
person.
over and do it on your green screen.
I mean, it is a pandemic, so we got to stay in our bubbles.
She is like so soaked in alcohol, which honestly, so are you. So I think you both are just permanently cured of any diseases.
I think the gin has
Yeah,
kept me from the COVID. Yeah, I
yeah,
think it's
pretty
kept the
much.
COVID away. Yeah,
Yeah,
good
I think
times.
that is
Good
wonderful.
times.
I am
Good
jealous of this.
good times.
Good times. Um, so overall, you're liking the season. Who do you want to win right now?
I love. Listen, I was rooting for Victoria. I thought she was playing a little hard. I loved her camera reactions. I loved her flipping out and spreading her legs on the couch. At this point, and I love Beth making a big move. That's going to really help. I think her Big Brother resume. You know, Tina and God, I've lost her. Oh, Tara, I've lost her on my cheat sheet. Um, they've stayed a little low. They really need to start really stepping up and winning some comps, so they're going to be the next to be eliminated. I think right now, Kiefer. I'm really liking Kiefer. He won this last HOH or the one before that, before the double eviction. He had a perfect score. Didn't get any of the answers wrong. That's a threat right there.
Yeah,
I could even see a Braden. I would love to see a Braden winner.
me too. Me too.
Hmm.
We're very confused about this. Who is spreading their legs on the couch?
Victoria. Victoria.
She was?
I just,
Did you just make that
she
up?
was. Some announcement happened and they were screaming and she fell back on the couch and spread her legs and everybody's like, oh my God, look at Victoria. It was like maybe 5 episodes back.
Oh, that's probably why I can't remember that far back. Can't remember that far back. But look, here is what I want to say to wherever people are watching. You now, thank you guys so much for the bars, Lori, Becca. We really appreciate it. If you guys are watching on YouTube or Twitch or Instagram, you guys can leave your questions that you have for Comedy Joan and I. I want to end with answering some questions that people have, but I will start by saying Destiny says John is right about
Thank you,
Victoria.
Destiny. Thank you.
All right. Now,
Destiny, I'm toasting you.
I think it was it New Jersey Girl? It might not have been. Somebody asked, why has John not created a TikTok yet?
Comedy Jonah is on TikTok because I played once and I'm going to play again with the reality recaps patrons game night on Saturdays.
Okay, so how's your drink? Okay, because I'm not talking
Who's
about
talking to me?
Twitch, buddy. I'm not talking
Oh,
about Twitch. Talking about TikTok now. Talking about TikTok. Do you need
oh.
a visual? Would you like me to show you what TikTok is?
Okay, they both start with T's.
Okay, so this is the
I
TikTok.
haven't. No, I
It's
haven't.
it's the one where all the fun kids do the it's the one where all the fun kids do the
Right.
dances.
And they're changing clothes and they're
Right. You do all the little
right.
fun things. I mean, you can do anything you want. Now, in all honesty, some of the best people on there are the comics because it's basically 30-second videos, but you can do them as short as you want. And you just, like, you should be like John's TV takes, and you should just be watching Big Brother Canada, go on TikTok and make your video and go, what's up with fucking Wendy's? And that's the whole video.
Well, this is my booklet of ideas.
Oh, looks empty.
So maybe I should. I
Feels
just
like you should
started today.
in it. Oh, that's
No,
good.
I'm kidding. No, I should. I haven't thought about that yet. Yeah. Good times.
Olive
Good.
Oiled says, I need a dirty martini now with extra olives, and people were very upset earlier that you had no olives.
Well, because this isn't a dirty martini, this is called a gimlet. And it's from that chess movie on Netflix, that chess show. What's it called? The Queen's Gambit?
I don't know. I don't watch shows about queens.
Well, because you are a big queen, but you don't watch
Mhm.
scripted shows because it's a fabulous. And she drinks gin gimlets in the show, and this is a gin gimlet.
Some somebody was it Robin in chat? I think she was implying that you were just very Trumpish. You were just very much like, I got a book. I got a book with a that's the worst Trump impression.
I,
I got a book with a lot of ideas and it's empty.
I got a book full of ideas, tons of ideas.
I got the most ideas. I got the most ideas, but they're in this
COVID's not
book.
real. COVID's not real.
COVID's not real and they're all in this book. Mookie would go viral, says Maximus Mom. You need a Mookie TikTok.
Oh, Madison left. Okay.
Who's
Yes.
Madison?
My cat.
Oh, the cat. Oh, sorry. Every time you mention cat, my brain tunes out. Outtakes from the cooking shows would be great TikTok, says Jackie.
You know, there's no outtakes. It's live. It is what it is. But Jackie, I've got a new equipment and I've got a new angle where you can actually see me cooking and talking more, and I'm a little more interactive instead of having the camera where I'm tilting the pan up over my face. Now I've got a new angle this Tuesday. Oh my God, you're going to be stunned.
I am actually surprised about this.
What, that I've upgraded my little show, my little show?
Because you always do it when, for me, Big Brother Canada's on, so I can never get to it in time. And then, I'm the worst and I forget to watch it back. But now I'm excited about this.
Yeah, you get to see more of my kitchen. And well, when you see a lot of those shows where they're like next to their stoves and they're cooking, it's like, look at those over here. Now I've got all of that. I have the proper lighting, so you can definitely see everything now. So this Tuesday show is going to be a lot different angle. You won't be able to see Terry's gaming like you have before, but who cares about that?
We call it gaming around here. Do you wanna win some points with your hubs later?
Yes.
Just say, hey, I might play some Dead by Daylight tonight.
All
You're
right, and maybe
welcome.
I
He'll
don't.
know what you're saying. Although I have to say this, you would actually love Among Us. Does he play Among Us?
I have no
No.
idea what you're talking. Konnichiwa.
Okay.
Konnichiwa.
Okay.
I don't. Are you speaking Japanese? I don't understand what you're saying.
Here's what Among Us is. Do you know about that Mafia game? It seems like one from your era because it's when people had to make up games.
So it's like Atari?
No, it's games that people played in person before board games. It's the one where how would I describe Among Us? It's like Big Brother, where there's 10 people and you run around and you do things, and then people start getting murdered, and every time you find a murdered body, you have a meeting and try and figure out who's lying. My point is, I think you would like it if you ever played it.
Oh, it sounds exciting.
I feel like you don't believe that.
That's what I want to do is just run around.
No, it's like Big Brother. You would be really good at it.
Oh, good.
Okay, it's like Mafia and Werewolf. He doesn't know either of those. It's like The Mole. Do you remember The Mole on TV?
I do remember The Mole, the show.
Okay, it's like The Mole then.
Okay. Now I'm back. You got me back.
That's all. It's the whole story. But you play with other people, and I feel like sometimes I play it and I think Jon would be really good at this game.
That's so sweet that you think of me.
Okay, last few questions. People were asking, what are you watching on Netflix? Anything you have to recommend on Netflix?
What am I currently watching? What I currently just watched?
Did you watch any of the serial killer ones?
I haven't watched that. I just watched The Ritual. It's a movie on Netflix, and it's pretty good.
I've never heard of The Ritual. Did you watch that one?
You're welcome.
All right, I will look at that. I can't think of the name of it now. Uh oh, Making a Murderer. Didn't you watch that back in the day?
Like a year and a half ago.
Or like 5 years ago? Well, guess what? I finally got with the times and finished it the other day. And what?
I know. I was tweeting actively, release him.
Yes, I remember you being so passionate about it and me being like, what is he
Yes.
talking about? Well,
You
I
are.
finally caught up, and what a travesty that is.
Oh, and the nephew and everything. Oh my gosh. Where are my feelings? Where are my feelings?
Hotel Cecil is another good one if you want to watch a murdery, mystery-ish type one.
Mm.
You might like that one. It takes place. It's the hotel that American Horror Story did that hotel season about.
Oh, now you've got me hooked.
Well, it's about the real people that were murdered in real life in that hotel.
Right, right.
It was a big murdery hotel. People are asking, did you watch The Circle? Do you plan on watching The Circle US when it airs next month?
I do, and I watched the last season of The Circle, and I wasn't sure if I would like it because, everybody's in their own rooms. It's kind of weird, but I actually did end up liking it. So, and
Okay. Is
I love the host, Nicole, what's her name?
Byers? No,
Yeah.
that's nailed it.
It that's nailed it. Yeah, okay, now that's
And it's Michelle Byers, I think.
yes,
But
yes, yes. No,
no,
I
no.
I actually was surprisingly liked it more than I thought I would.
Okay. And Maximus Mom needs to know if you're watching Married at First Sight.
I'm not because I'm watching Love After Lockup. Oh my gosh. Have you seen
What?
Love After Lockup?
No. What is that about? Being in love after you've been locked up?
Well, you've been pen paling someone that's been in prison and giving
Ugh.
them money and stuff, and then they get released.
And then you live with them?
Oh, they come live with you. Their probation sent to you, and sometimes they have the lock monitor on their ankle, and they're living with you, and you're stuck with them.
Yeah, that doesn't sound like anything I ever need to watch.
No, no, no. It's that old saying that people say, those kinds, you just have sex with them, you don't marry them.
Sparkly Eye said it's basically rural Florida.
Totally.
Yeah, I don't. I.
Yeah.
I.
And then
I
of
don't.
course 90 Day Fiance. I'm watching that. I got my Discovery Plus subscription.
I'm so sick of all these subscription services we have to keep buying.
I know. I know.
It's ridiculous. Well, you know what old ritual that I love, John?
It's closing out the show.
Closing out the show. But it was so much fun to catch up with you and get all of your takes on what's going on reality TV.
I've had so much fun. This was great. I mean, I want to wear a different color than you next time, but other than that, I've had a great time. And Nicole, you better be having fun.
Yes, I think maybe she's back at a casino winning things. She'll probably be
In your
mad.
church.
She will literally, I don't want to misquote this, even though I think this is probably going to make it worse.
Yikes.
She literally said to me, I can't find it now. We've been dealing with so much BB cancel today. She basically said to me, like last night, she goes, does John understand that I'm away and that's why I'm not doing the show? I feel like every time there's a chance to meet John, I don't get to. And now he's doing the show and I don't want him to think that I'm just not doing the show because he's doing the show. I'm like, he doesn't think that. And I don't need to explain that to him. He's an adult. I can just say, Nicole's busy and he'll get it.
You bitch. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah,
No, I told no.
no,
Nicole,
but
we have to do a show together.
we will. She was very upset that she had plans tonight.
No,
But Where do you want people to follow you on social media, John?
You know, you can just go in your browser and type Comedy Jonah, and my Instagram, my Facebook, my Twitter, everything's there.
Everything is there. It's Comedy Jonah all across the world. Of course, if you're a patron on Tuesday nights, John is cooking up. Apparently,
Oh,
has
it's
a
my.
whole new overcam
I know.
set up for this week. He gives away a week's worth of meals each week. So,
And if you're a new patron, I'll give you 3 weeks. What? That's almost a month of food.
all right. Well, can I sign up for that?
Well, you're going to get the next one because we're trying another meal kit, not this Tuesday, but the following Tuesday.
Oh my God, there is so much happening over there.
So
John
much.
Richardson, everyone loves you. Everybody
Yay.
loves you and is saying, make sure John knows how much we love him.
Will, I love you too.
We will, like I said, that interview with Rohan and Victoria will hopefully be posting in the next hour. This show with John will be everywhere later tonight, and then we have a special show for you guys tomorrow. Like I said with Dylan Zahner, that I honestly think you people are gonna love.
I can't wait.
Don't forget to follow, like, subscribe, share the shows. Thank you, everybody, for watching. We'll see you on the next show. Bye for now, everybody. Bye,
Bye.
friends.